Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling coherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And I continue with Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I'm not quite... I don't think you're supposed to be here. Yet. Yeah, I'm pretty sure something is bugged. Oh yeah. Something is pretty bugged, indeed. Unfortunately. It was going so well. Temple exterior. North Beach. Stay your weapons, interloper. We are not here for battle or blood. We bring an invitation from the One, the great champion of the Rakata. The Rakata, the One? What are you talking about?
Hold on a second. You understood these goggle-eyed freaks? You must have come to this planet and learned the language back before the Jedi messed up your mind. Back when you were still Revan.
You have used strange magics and weapons to slaughter our raiding parties, interloper. You have bathed in the blood of fierce Rakatan warriors. Your power and skill in battle has impressed the One. He wishes an audience with you, a great honor. Come with us now and we will take you to him. Who is the One? What's going on here? The One is the leader of our tribe, the great champion of the Rakata. He has feasted on the flesh of many foes. Come with us and we will take him to you now. Take you to him now. Okay, take me to the One. Revan, somehow I knew we would meet again. Even when you vanished, I knew you would not forget the vow you swore to me. And when my scouts told me of a great warrior from the skies slaughtering our raiding parties with mysterious powers and magics, I knew you had at last returned. I am not Revan anymore. That part of me is gone. I'm never Droll now. Your words are confusing. I recognize you. You're the one called Revan. You are the one who came before. You and Malak, the one who served you. You promised to slay our enemy. In exchange for our aid, you swore to destroy the Elders and bring us their secrets. Are you saying this means nothing to you now? My mind was destroyed. My memories were lost. I'm sorry, but I don't remember any of this. I believe you, Revan. I sense there's something different about you. Something has changed. You're not as you once were before. Yet the power of magic, what you call the Force, is within you still. You can still destroy the Elders and fulfill your vow. What was the vow exactly? You vowed to kill the Elders and bring us the secret knowledge they protect. In exchange, we promised to use this lost knowledge to help you enter the Temple of the Ancients. When you vanished, we thought you had forgotten us or was killed by the Elders. Now you have returned, and our alliance still holds. Destroy the Elders and we will help you. Temple of the Ancients? I don't remember anything. I suppose if what you say is true, then you cannot remember the last time you were here, and you must have many questions. Very well, Revan, I will help you understand, and then you will destroy the Elder's tribe and fulfill the oath you swore to us long ago. You should probably start with the last time I was here. You arrived with Malak, your servant, 3 of the standard galactic years ago. My scouts saw your ship plummet from the sky, and they went to loot the crash site. They tried to take you prisoner, but you unleashed your magic, what you called the Force, upon them. Seeing your power, they bowed before you and brought you to me. You used the power to rip the Rakatan language from my mind, even as you drove basic into our skulls, so we could help you in your quest to find something called the Star Forge. But the answers you sought lay within the Temple of the Ancients, and we could not help you enter the temple. The Elders alone hold its secrets, guarding them with their very lives. You said my ship crashed. Was it because of the disruptor field? I know nothing of this disruptor field, but throughout history of our tribe, ships have fallen from the sky. It has always been this way, though in recent generations it has become more frequent. We have little understanding of such magics to make metal fly, but my scouts rush to take everything they can carry from the crash sites in the hopes that we might one day unlock these secrets. That was how we acquired our Rancor war beasts. Several very young specimens were recovered from a crashed vessel. We raised them to adulthood, training and breeding them, and to be loyal beasts of war. I need parts to repair my ship. That I cannot help you with. Although we have recovered many strange devices from the sky, their use is a mystery to us. As a show of good faith, I will allow you to search the stores of our tribe and take whatever you find. In exchange, I know you will destroy the Elders and bring their secrets that they guard back to me. Tell me about the Temple of the Ancients. There is little I can tell you about the temple. I know the secrets of our ancestors are contained within, but the temple itself is barred to us. When you were last here, you and Malak sought to enter the temple. You sought ancient knowledge and a way to escape the world within its stone walls. But only the Elders know how to bypass the barrier that surrounds it, destroy them and bring their secrets back to us, and we will help you enter the temple. That was our agreement. Tell me more about the Elders. The Elders guard ancient secrets. Within their compound, the knowledge to use power and magic, including the knowledge of how to enter the temple itself. I have lost many warriors storming the gates of their compound, but they use weapons of light and fire against us, and not even our war beasts are strong enough to breach their defenses. Sometimes we can capture an Elder when they venture forth from their compound, and we have learned something about them. That is how they guard their ancient secrets. That is how we know they guard the ancient secrets. But no matter what tortures we inflict upon them, they will not reveal their secrets to us. They fear the knowledge they themselves guard, and they will never willingly surrender it to us. Well, to be honest, I will not necessarily help you, because I would rather not kill some people just because I swore to do it long ago when I was crazy and evil, and I don't even remember it. You refuse to help us? Is that why you return, Revan? To tell us you have broken your vow? No one defies the will of the One, Revan, not even you. My war beasts will destroy you, and the tribe will feast on your bones. Yeah, that's kinda your mistake though. I didn't want to kill you either, but now you've made it self-defense. So, you know, I no longer feel bad about it. Well, I didn't want to do this, but you kind of forced my hand. You have saved me from the savages and their war beasts. Are you the only surviving prisoner? Yes, the 4 of us they had captured, only I remain. Why did they capture you? I am one of the elders, the other remaining tribe of Rakatan on this island. The tribe you have fought has attempted to destroy us and seize our secrets to gain access to the Temple of the Ancients. Thus far, they have failed. Temple of the Ancients? The temple to the east of here, the largest structure on the island. You should speak with the council of our tribe. They might be able to help you for what you've done for me. Thank you for saving me. I shall attempt to return to the Enclave on my own. I will tell the council of what you have done.
Yeah?
Yes?
Yes? Yes? What?
Yes?
What?
I seem to have blocked myself. It's pretty broken.
Yes.
That'll show you. Huh?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes?
Yes.
What?
Yes?
Here it is!
This pillar has a number of glyphs inscribed on its face. Unfortunately, you have no idea what they mean. The pillars read, "To open the other, the sun and the moon must be in concordance of years."
What?
To open the other, the sun and the moon must be in concordance. There's a number of glyphs on this pillar. Several glyphs on the pillar's face. A large circle with rays spreading in from it, the sun. The glyph is associated with some kind of a chart or a map, similar to the star maps that you have been following. A crescent-shaped glyph, the moon, associated with a small humanoid figure bearing an uncanny resemblance to the Rakatans, and seems to be tracing a circle around the sun. A spiral-shaped glyph with two strands entwined, the helix. The glyph is associated with a small Rakatan-like figure. a ruined glyph whose face has been scraped off the other. This glyph is associated with the symbol of the sun, like that of the sun, but with some sort of a beam or ray connecting them. You can't be certain, but this might be some kind of a pictorial history of the Rakatan species. At the very bottom of the pillar is a larger, more complicated arrangement of glyphs. They show the large sun with the other connected by the line to it, with the moon facing the circle around both. The helix lies within the moon. The pillar shows a moon at its peak. On its face are several rings that can be rotated to bring other glyphs in proximity with each other. Yeah. All glyphs are positioned. The other draws away from the moon. What was it again? Oh. Okay, I'll leave this be for now. I want to find the other Rakatans. There is a powerful energy shield that prevents you from passing. There doesn't seem to be any other passage. Where else to go? So where is the other right? Another fast somewhere around here, being sneaky. We have to remember the part. But it seems like something that help the others, just speak to them, the others. I think they're so familiar with others. It's essential that But where's the descriptor pillar? There was a description of what I am supposed to be doing and how they are supposed to be arranged. sun at its peak. Okay, so apparently this one is correct by accident. But there was a descriptor glyph. Okay, again, that's kind of by accident. You face the pillar to quickly reveal some kind of wearable band behind. Quickly take it as the pillar closes again. Wearable band, you say? Damage resistance 30 versus dark side versus light side. Immunity to a bunch of things. You know what? That would be cool for you, possibly.
Huh?
But this has nothing to do. Where's the other Rakatan freaking village? This has nothing to do with entering the temple. Oh, okay, that was kind of a little concealed.
Yes?
Huh? What?
Okay, there might be ship parts in here. And indeed there are.
Jedi can do it.
You are not Rakata. What is this your business here, of worlder? I seek the Star Forge. You are Revan. The Council wishes to speak with you. You may enter. We, the Elder Council, did not expect to see you again, Revan. We thought you had betrayed us. Why have you returned to our village after all this time? I spoke to you before? What do they want? Is that some type of a test? Some type of a trick? You came seeking our aid. You came in search of a way to enter the Temple of the Ancients. But you betrayed us, Revan. Instead of destroying the terrible legacy of our ancestors, you unleashed the evil of the Starforge upon an unsuspecting galaxy. And now you stand before the Council of the Elders once more, and once more we ask you, for what reason have you returned, Revan? I need to get into the temple so I can destroy the Starforge. Do you think we are fools, Revan? Do you think we have forgotten how you have lied to us the last time? Why should we believe you now? My mind was destroyed and my memories were lost. It changed me. I am not who I once was. They say that experiences of the past define us and make us who we are. If this is true, and you have lost your memories, then perhaps you are changed. But how are we to know this is not some trick, Revan? I rescued one of your tribe from the One. Yes, your actions seem to show that you are an ally of our cause, but how can we be certain that the rescue was not just an attempt to win our trust so that you can exploit us? We must discuss this in greater detail. We must have some privacy, Revan. We will return when our deliberations are done. Revan, you have rescued a member of our tribe from the One at great personal risk to yourself. We believe the action shows that you have truly changed since your last visit here. The Council has decided we will trust you once more. For many generations we have sought a way to enter the temple and discover the means to destroy the Starforge. But only those that command the Force, those like you, can enter the Temple of the Ancients. We no longer have that power. That is why we helped you last time you were here. But you cannot enter the temple without our help. Only the ancient ritual of our people can lower the shield. You need us as much as we need you, Revan. Looks like we will be working together then. For our sake, and that of the entire galaxy, we hope that you truly mean to atone for your past evils. When you are ready, we will take you to the temple. But in the temple is the place of sacred power. If you are to enter, you must do so alone, in the tradition followed by our Rakatan ancestors for the past 1,000 generations. Why do I have to go alone? When you were last here, you broke the ancient tradition. We allowed you and your apprentice to enter the temple together, and it brought untold suffering upon the galaxy. We believe you truly wish to destroy the Starforge this time, but the lesson of the past is not so easily forgotten. We will not defile the sacred ritual a second time. Only you may enter alone. Okay, when I'm ready I will go to the temple alone. Then it is done. You only have to let us know when you're ready to enter the temple. I want to ask you some questions. We'll tell you what we can. Do you know how to disable the disruptor field that caused my ship to crash? The disruptor field is one of the ancient defenses of the Starforge, a great generator within the Temple of the Ancient fuels it. You'll have to enter the temple to disable it. I want to ask something else. I have questions about you, your tribe, your history. Then speak to Osra, the Keeper of History. He is located near the Great Computer on the far side of the Enclave, but I will do my best to answer your questions. I want to learn about the history of the Rakatan Empire. Our history is a long one, but it is also filled with bloodshed and sorrow. Once the Rakata ruled the known galaxy, but our empire was destroyed by our own corruption. If you wish to know more, you should speak to Osra, the Keeper of History. Tell me about your tribe. We are the elders. Our ancestors were the priests of the Infinite Empire, the guardians of the temple and the keepers of technology. After the warlords unleashed their weapons of mass destruction and devastated the world, our ancestors knew we could never allow such technology to be used again. We sealed the knowledge of destruction within the temple, and for the past 1,000 generations we have kept vigil here, ensuring the knowledge does not fall into wrong hands. If you wish to know more, speak to Osra. What do you know about the other Rakata here? There is only one other group of the Rakata, the tribe of the One. They would slaughter us if they could, hoping to unlock the secrets locked away in the temple. Have you tried reasoning with the One? When the One first arrived on the island, we sent emissaries under a flag of truce to try and negotiate with the tribe, but our envoys were brutally slaughtered. We do not have the technology to destroy the One and his followers, but if we kill them all, this will only prove that we have learned nothing for the past 20,000 years. The One is mad with power. We chose not to fight him, but the only course of action is to stay here in isolation, where we are safe, as we have done for the past 20,000 years. What do you know about the Temple of the Ancients? The temple is a sacred place, but also a place of great danger. Within its walls, the terrible secrets of our ancestors have been locked away. What can you tell me of the Starforge? The Starforge is a blight upon the world, an orbiting symbol of failure and horrors of our past. We have long searched a way to destroy it, and now we finally have... You have finally given us the chance. Okay. I'll be back when I'm ready to enter the temple. As you wish. Come speak to us when you're ready, and we'll lower the shield. But remember, when the time comes, you must enter the temple alone, in accordance with the traditions of the ancient Rakata. You have returned, Revan. No, I'll be back. I want to talk to your lore master. And to be honest, to anyone else who would talk to me. If you wish to know about us, speak to our Keeper of History. The cage is locked with a strange mechanical contraption. Likely you will need a special key. Our work is the most important undertaken by our people. The future of the tribe rests with us. You have returned at last, Revan. I was beginning to wonder what had happened to you in the temple. You know me? We have met previously when you entered our enclave many years ago. You inquired as to my research then as well. You came here and gained access to the temple, and you were never heard from again. Some thought you might have betrayed us to the others, but they were never able to penetrate our defenses. But if you will help us now, then the time taken is nothing. Is there anything you would require? What are you doing? What am I doing? You mean, what is the purpose of my research here? What is your research? As you may have heard from our historians, in our distant past we melded technology and the use of the Force for truly wondrous effects. But something happened somewhere. What happened? There are a variety of theories on what happened. Perhaps we became immune to the effects of the Force from overuse. Perhaps our breeding habits rendered our species insensitive to it over time. None truly know. The only discernible result was that we could no longer command the Force as we once had, and the power it has escaped us. With its loss, the technologies could no longer hold us as far above the subjugated races we ruled, and our empire began to crumble. The races we subjugated rose up. A plague swept our worlds, and we could do nothing. In the end, only members of our race left here on our homeworld survived. So Rakata can use the Force? Every once in a while there is an individual who has the affinity for the Force, maybe not the ability to use it directly, but at least the ability to remain open to it. I believe this is the sign that whatever genes our species has that gives us access to ability to use the Force has not completely gone. Perhaps when the ancestors of the current tribes fled, we have been working for years to isolate this gene in an attempt to resurrect it in our species as well. We of the Elders do not have Force sensitivity ourselves, but by harnessing the genetic structure of the other tribes, we hope to breed the gene back into our species. So you're capturing prisoners for their genes? You make us seem like monsters. Surely we are not. We capture them, yes, but only because their tribes have become extremely xenophobic. In the millennia trapped on this world, they would not aid us willingly, and killed our messengers when we asked. We believe that if we get a large enough genetic sample, we can reintroduce the recessive Force-sensitive genes back into our people, allowing us to once again access the heritage of our past. You mean the temple? You're trying to restore the Empire, aren't you? No, we do not want to fall down that path so twisted our people before. This time, perhaps we can redeem ourselves in the eyes of the galaxy and become a force for good. How close are you to finishing your research? We are quite far along, having had centuries to work already, but with the arrival of another tribe, we have been restricted in our movements to just our enclave. We have captured a few of their warriors, but the one that really interests us is their leader, the One. Do any of these warriors have what you're looking for? Those with the genes we seek seem to be marked with a destiny that causes them to rise above others, as we did as a species early on. In hearing the stories the warriors tell of the One, we believe that he may hold some of the genes we seek. He may be... Unfortunately, he and his people are too aggressive and violent for us to ever get close enough to study him. His corpse would not do either. Only a living, working body is of use to us. Maybe in time, though, the differences between our peoples will lessen enough that we may study one another and gain information we need. Well, to be honest, I kinda killed him. And also, I don't know if eugenics programs are a good idea. We would not revert to our own old ways, rest assured, Revan. We merely seek data on genetic drifts and changes in the millennia. If only we had access to the knowledge of our ancestors, they must have known much, much more than us. They had a greater population sample to work with. I believe that in the temple there might be the information we seek, perhaps in the old archives and scrolls, perhaps even in an ancient computer that, if any, is still functioning. That information would help us greatly, and we will be very grateful to you for it. Okay, I have to go. Very well. Come and go as you please. The Council thinks you may help us. I hope they are right. The other Rakata assaulted us mercilessly, but our defenses drove them back. I wish that we could truly trust you after your long absence, Revan, but I don't know if we can. You promised to help us last time, Revan. I hope that you will live up to your word. User verification on Rakata. Access to auxiliary archives is restricted to Rakata or approved servants. Slaves may not access the archives. I do serve the Rakata. How else would I learn the language? Logical. User speaks the language of the Rakata in order to serve them. User added to the authorized list of non-Rakata. Further information can be obtained from the many archives within the Temple of the Ancients. Downloading codes to bypass exterior energy field surrounding the temple. My archives are ready for information retrieval and download into remote datapad storage. Please select a topic. How can I get into the temple? Tell me about the Temple of the Ancients. The temple is a sacred place of ancient secrets. All the dark mysteries of the Rakata are housed within its stone walls, which pulse with the living power of the ancients. Only those who can command the Force can enter the temple. None among the Rakata still have this ability, though the elders are seeking to breed Force-sensitive beings. How can I get into the temple? The shields constructed by the elders to guard the temple are controlled from the summit of the structure. Anyone inside can temporarily shut down the shields. There is only one way to gain access to the temple from the outside. The shields are designed to lower in response to a ritualistic chant, as detailed in the ancient text held by the Keeper of History. To protect the secrets, the chant will only work if spoken by the Rakata. No other species can create the proper intonations that will trigger the deactivation. Tell me about the Elders. The Elders are descended from the Rakata priest caste. When the Infinite Empire collapsed, the Elders isolated themselves on this island, far away from the Rakata society. The Elders hid their technology of the Ancients within the temple, fearing it could be used to bring about the extinction of the Rakata species. Deprived of the knowledge of the Ancients, the other Rakata degenerated into primitive tribes in constant warfare. Only the Elders have preserved the true history of the world. Tell me about the Star Forge. No information on the Star Forge detected. Information may be recorded in the databanks within the Temple of the Ancients. I'm looking for the secrets of the ancient Rakata. These secrets are locked within the Temple of the Ancients. The Elders sealed the information away to prevent technology from falling into wrong hands. Tell me about the history of the Rakata. At its peak, the Infinite Empire of the Rakata ruled over 500 planets and was comprised of 10 billion Rakata and over a trillion slaves scattered across the galaxy. But over time, the empire grew weak and corrupt and turned against itself. Civil war, slave rebellions, and a great plague spread throughout the galaxy. A plague? Its origins were unknown. Perhaps the creation of an enslaved species, perhaps a mutation of a natural virus. It killed only Rakata and it spread through every corner of the galaxy. The Infinite Empire crumbled into dust as the Rakata survivors fled back to their homeworld, isolated behind the rest of the galaxy. But even hidden here on this forgotten planet they were not safe. Millions died from the deadly plague. Many more died in never-ending civil wars. The history of the Infinite Empire ended 20,000 years ago. Now the Rakata are nothing but a few scattered primitive tribes battling for dominance and control. Please return should you require further information contained in the auxiliary archive. Greetings once again, Revan. I am glad that you have returned. I couldn't have believed that you betrayed us, despite what the Council said. I'm sorry, I don't remember you. My name is Osra, I am the Keeper of the History for the Elders. The last time you were here, you had many questions for me. The Council told us of the destruction of your memories, but still I had hoped you might recall something of our past discussions. Well, I wish I could remember, but I don't, sorry. There's no need to apologize, it just pains me to know that all that you have learned from me had been forgotten. Still, I will be happy to instruct you again. I have a few questions. Of course, You must forgive me if some of this starts to seem familiar. After all, we did go into the history of the Rakata at some length the last time you were here. I will do my best to enlighten you with the knowledge I hold. What subject do you wish to learn about? What do you know of the Temple of the Ancients? The temple is a sacred place of terrible secrets. All the dark mysteries of the Rakata are housed within its stone walls, which pulse with the living power of the ancients. Only those who can command the power, what you call the Force, can enter the temple. Many centuries ago there were a few among us who could pass within its walls, but living in the shadow of the temple we became desensitized to the power. As you yourself said the last time you were here, we elders are no longer Force sensitive. Can any of the Rakata enter the temple? None of the Rakata can control the Force now, but long ago there were those who could pass through the barrier. Our ancestors created the energy field around the building for a second line of defense, but the energy shield was created using technology within the temple itself. Once we helped you and Malak to get past, you discovered a way to lower the shields from within the temple itself. After that, you had no further use for us. The once hallowed ground of the temple is now overrun with the followers of Malak, who can command the Force, those you call Dark Jedi. Do you know how to disable the disruptor field that caused my ship to crash? The disruptor field is one of the ancient defenses of the Starforge. A great generator within the Temple of the Ancient fuels it. You will have to enter the temple to disable it. What do you know of the other Rakata tribes? Many centuries ago, the other Rakata began to emerge from the underground warrens, where they had sought shelter from the devastation of the warlords, but these Rakata were as violent as the warlords they had fled from many millennia ago. After centuries of battle and bloodshed, the tribe of the One has emerged as the strongest of them all. Now the One, lured by the half-remembered legends of his people, lusts to possess the terrible power locked inside the temple. We can never allow it to happen. Have you tried reasoning with him? When the One first arrived, we sent emissaries under a flag of truce to try and negotiate with the tribe, but our envoys were brutally slaughtered. We do have the technology to destroy the One and his followers, but if we kill them all, then we will only prove that we have learned nothing over the past 20,000 years. The One is mad with power. We chose not to fight him, so our only course of action is to stay here in isolation, where we are safe, just as we have done for the past 20,000 years. Tell me of the tribe of the Elders. We Elders are descendants of the holy priest caste of the Infinite Empire, survivors of the terrible weapons unleashed by the warlords during the final collapse of our empire. Inside the temple, our ancestors were saved from the devastation that forced the other Rakata to flee underground. We emerged from the temple to find an empty and ruined land. At last we understood the terrible power of our own technology. To ensure it could never again be unleashed, we sealed the ancient knowledge within the temple. Tell me about the beginnings of the Rakata Empire. Long ago, we Rakata were a great spacefaring people. Our ships combined technology and the power of the Force, and we were able to pilot them to the farthest reaches of the galaxy. Everywhere we went, we found civilizations less advanced and weaker than our own, but instead of helping them, we conquered and enslaved them. Back then, we could still command the Force. That, combined with our advanced technology, made our march of conquest irresistible. Soon the Infinite Empire stretched through the entire galaxy. Over time, we lost our ability to use the Force. Some believe that we had used the Force for so long, we evolved biologically and became immune to its effects. In any case, once we lost the sensitivity to the Force, our empire began to fracture. We had to revert to more conventional space travel using inferior technology. Our collapse was inevitable. How did the Rakata Empire collapse? Long ago, the Rakata ruled all the known galaxy. All the species bound down to us, but we are a corrupt people, and in our fall from glory, there are terrible lessons that must be learned. The infinite empire was built on slaughter. It was inevitable it should collapse upon itself. War, plague, and slave rebellion forced us to retreat here, to our hidden homeworld. Here, the conflict among power-hungry warlords escalated into full civil war. Terrible weapons of mass destruction were unleashed, driving most of the Rakata beneath the earth for shelter. The devastation ravaged the world. Our people were scattered, our cities leveled, and our very existence all but erased. The glory of the infinite empire is now nothing but dust and bones. In the past, small bands of Rakata have begun to return to the surface, but they are primitive and superstitious creatures. Only we, the elders, remember anything of the true past. I have to go. Yes, of course, you have so much to do and so little time, but if you ever have any questions for me, I'll be happy to try and answer them. Okay, I will enter the temple next time because this episode has been long enough. So that's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!